On April 1st, 2024, several media outlets reported that Estonia had ordered the Caesar self-propelled howitzer from France. These early reports did not specify whether the guns would be Mark I or Mark II variants, and there were conflicting numbers, with some reporting an order for 12 and others reporting 18. Things would eventually be cleared up and solidified. On June 24, 2024, Estonia signed a contract with France for the procurement of 12 Caesar Mark Is. The Ministry of Defense said that the weapon system has been, quote, successfully tested in Ukraine's defense against Russia's war of aggression and provides Estonia with a mobile, flexible, and long-range fire support capability. The ministry added that the procurement further strengthens the strategic partnership between Estonia and France and contributes to the interoperability of the defense forces of the two countries. It's worth noting here that France has a regular presence in the NATO multinational battle group in Estonia. A wheeled self-propelled artillery battalion has been one of Estonia's urgent priorities and is part of Estonia's National Defense Development Plan. It's interesting that, unlike other major military deals, no official cost was made public. One Estonian media outlet, after reporting the order was for 18 units, said the deal would be at least 60 million euros based on its calculations, but admitted that price depends on the system purchased. The Defense Post estimates that a Caesar to cost $4.3 million, but also acknowledged that no price was announced for this deal. Bottom line is that we really don't know how much this purchase was. The late June 2024 announcement noted that France would be able to provide 6 howitzers before the end of the year, along with an accompanying package of necessary training and spare parts to within a timeframe that suits Estonia's urgent capability development timelines. However, first delivery wouldn't actually take place until the following year. In fact, it wasn't until late January 2025 that Estonian Defense Forces received its first batch of Caesar Mark I 6x6 155mm self-propelled howitzers, or SPHs. Janes reported that the SPHs will be assigned to the newly established 3rd Self-Propelled Artillery Battalion, which will fall directly under the command of the Estonian Division rather than being subordinate to one of the brigades. Speaking to media, Estonia's defense minister stated, whichever direction, whichever brigade needs support during wartime will receive it. You can't maneuver much with tracks. Ramil Lip of Estonia's Centre for Defence Investments added, we signed the contract last June and it took just half a year for the first Caesar howitzers to arrive in Estonia. Considering the reliability and effectiveness of this weapon in various conflicts, including the war in Ukraine, it can be said that Estonia has acquired the best possible solution. This indirect fire weapon allows units to relocate quickly over a distance of 600 kilometers on a single refueling, and its standard caliber supports compatibility with various NATO munitions. Coming into the Estonian Defense Forces, the Caesar Mark Is will join Estonia's South Korean-made K9 Thunder, which are also self-propelled artillery, but, as you can see, are tracked rather than wheeled. Lithuania has ordered the Caesar from France as well. However, the country has purchased 18 of these 6x6 guns, and they'll be the next generation Mark IIs. In a 2022 announcement, it was said that 110 to 150 million euros was estimated for Lithuania's entire Caesar Mark II procurement project. So let's wrap this up with some facts about the Caesar Mark I joining Estonia's forces. These have a road speed of over 80 kilometers an hour and an off-road speed of over 50 kilometers an hour. As noted earlier, the driving range on a single tank of fuel is 600 kilometers, while firing range is between 4.5 to 40 kilometers. Ammunition used is 155 millimeters, and the systems have a rate of fire of 6 rounds per minute. The Caesar Mark I requires a crew of 4 to 5 troops and has an into-action time of less than 60 seconds and an out-action time of less than 40 seconds. This is ideal for what is known as shoot-and-scoot action. In fact, Defense News reported in April 2024 that Ukraine had lost less than 10% of the truck-mounted Caesar howitzers received from France and Denmark because of the platform's greater mobility. Speaking about this success, Caesar's developer, a company known as Nexter, stated, use of drones and loitering munitions has become a real threat 40 kilometers or 25 miles from the front, where the Caesar operates. Its lightweight and ability to leave its position in less than a minute to avoid counter-battery fire are therefore major assets. So while they may not look as cool as Estonia's K9 Thunders, the wheeled platforms allow the guns to get in and out much faster, and therefore have a critical role on the battlefield. But what are your thoughts on Estonia's decision to purchase the Caesar Mark I? Let us know by leaving a comment.